What's going on, guys? King Trending here. What we're doing today is going over 5 times rappers stole from another artist. This could be either a tattoo, a flow that someone took from another artist, or even a person's name. And be sure to stay tuned because the spots get crazier and crazier as we go further up the list. And be sure to drop a like on this video, 2,000 likes within the first 24 hours. And also, if you're not already subscribed to King Trending, be sure to subscribe right now because we have videos on some of you guys' favorite rappers that you guys really don't want to miss. Let's get right into this. In the 5th place spot, this one's really crazy because this is over a tattoo, but not just a normal tattoo. It's of a tattoo on his face under his left eye. It says Love Scars, L-O-V-E Scars, which is a song that Trippie Redd made.
Girl, you got me just going up bad. Love scars and you got me real sad. Spinach, I've been here for a minute.
And it has almost 10 million views today. And before he even released this song, he actually got it tattooed on his face. Not too long after he got it tattooed on his face, Lil Uzi created a song with similar lingo of Trippie Redd. The song was called 1600 Love Scars, but instead of spelling love with L-O-V-E, he spelled it L-U-V, standing for Lil Uzi Vert, of course. And 1600 stand for the place where Lil Uzi grew up, which was the 1600th block. And before Lil Uzi was doing this kind of lingo, Trippie Redd did it first. Trippie Redd kind of ranted on Twitter about this, kind of complaining towards Lil Uzi about this whole entire thing, because obviously he would get heated because he has it tattooed on him. And keep in mind, he didn't even release the song for Love Scars, which would later be one of his biggest songs, like I said before.
It's real, bro. I have this tatted on my face. 14 stand for 1400. I got love scars on my face, bro. It should never come down to something like this. This should never be a problem right here. How y'all let that happen, bro? It's right here in front of you. Where did you get that from? Did you get it from Cody? I need answers now from somebody. Been stealing my sauce though, but we ain't gonna go into that.
And this turns out to be like a whole misunderstanding. Trippie Redd thought that Lil Uzi took his swag and like took his lingo, but they kind of talked it out and figured out that Lil Uzi was kind of like shouting out Trippie Redd by taking his lingo. It wasn't meant to like copy his lingo and discredit Trippie Redd at all. It was kind of like a shout out to him. And Trippie Redd didn't really realize this at first, but after FaceTiming it and get it all cleared up, everything ended up being fine. And Lil Uzi Vert's 1600 Love Scars ended up doing really well for him. And also Trippie Redd's song Love Scars, L-O-V-E Scars, ended up doing really well alongside that song, even though it had really similar names. What I'm really wondering is why Trippie Redd got it tattooed on his face before he even made the song. Because what happens if he released the song and it didn't do well at all and it was kind of a flop and he still had it tattooed on his face? Maybe he just like had a feeling that it would be big, then he got it tattooed before he even released it. That would be kind of sketchy in the first place why he would do that, but everything ended up lining up well. You also might know Trippie Redd because he had a song on X's album. He was a feature on F Love, one of my favorite songs on the album that X created. Now we're moving on to the 4th thing that another artist stole from another artist, which is 21 Savage and also 22 Savage. You guys probably know who 21 Savage is. He's pretty big in the rap world. Being recently, he released the album called Issa Album, which is pretty big. It had some really notable songs on there like Bank Account, which hit the Billboard Top 100. And some other songs you might know him by is X, Red Ops, and also No Heart. It's also one of 21 Savage's like most popular songs. But if you guys haven't heard of 22 Savage, was a comedian, then he did a parody song making fun of 21 Savage under the name 22 Savage. The song that he wrote went viral and went all over the place, and people didn't know to take him seriously because he is a comedian. There's some people out there that didn't really realize that he was originally like a Vine person that did comedic skits, because he was rapping pretty good under the same exact beat as 21 Savage did, and people ended up taking him seriously. So 22 Savage ended up creating more songs and kind of strayed away from the comedic side of things, because he used to do vines and stuff back when that was a thing. And since he was gaining more traction and more fame off the 22 Savage stuff, he kind of ditched his old comedy stuff and stuck with this and did like 3 diss tracks against 21 Savage, pretty much as a joke. But I didn't really realize this until I looked into it. Before, I thought he was like serious and his name was 22 Savage and he was like creating diss tracks like seriously, but then I realized it's supposed to be more comedic and it's kind of like a parody. Now we're moving on to the 3rd thing that another artist stole from another artist. In this case, it's a flow, and the people that are involved is X and also Drake. You guys probably heard of this because it was everywhere a few months ago. This happened all when X was still in jail and his fan base was exploding. everyone was rooting for him to get out. He was locked up facing life, and Drake ended up releasing a song similar to a song that X already had out called Look At Me, and Drake released a song called KMT, which had really similar flows and cadences to the song Look At Me that X released a few years ago. So Drake thought he didn't really have to worry because X was facing life and he thought he would be in jail and didn't have to worry about this, but X ended up getting out and his fan base was stronger than ever. And at this time the case was still going on against X, but then X ended up catching a plea deal and ended up getting out. And this was a huge problem for Drake, so Drake ended up addressing this inside a radio interview, saying pretty much he sees the similarities between the two songs, KMT and Look At Me, but he says he didn't take the cadence of the song, but it does sound similar, and he's pretty much saying it's just a coincidence, which I highly doubt. And if you do compare the two songs, they sound exactly alike, and it's obvious that Drake stole from X, and he doesn't want to admit it. And if you guys don't believe that Drake took X's flow, I'll play the song right now and like compare it to each other. They sound exactly the same.
Son, where'd you find this?
And speaking of X, this is kind of off topic, but what do you guys think of his new look that he kind of changed? He like shaved off his eyebrows and dyed his hair completely white. I really don't know what to think of his appearance anymore. What do you guys think of his new look? Let me know down in the comments down below. A lot of people are roasting him for his new appearance, but I'm not gonna do that. If he's happy with his shaved off eyebrows and his like white dyed hair, who am I to judge? I think he's just doing this to create more controversy around his name, because he is pretty big right now, and I think he wants to bring it to like a whole new level, because he's doing some crazy thing like inside the Look At Me music video. But that's for another video. Let's move on to the next thing. The next two people that we're looking at that took another flow is Cardi B and Kodak Black. You probably heard of Cardi B really recently because the song that she put out that exploded and is all over the charts, which is Bodak Yellow. And this song, if you guys didn't know, it's actually a spin-off of Kodak Black's old song that was a freestyle that did pretty good a while back in 2013, I believe. And Bodak Yellow had really similar cadences and really similar beat. At first, I thought that Cardi B pulled a Drake and straight up took Kodak Black's flow and stuff without permission, but then Kodak Black ended up going on Instagram Live and someone asked him a question about the song Bodak Yellow, and he quoted a lyric from the song which basically says, "I make money moves," basically implying that they did kind of a deal about the song where he gets some royalties off the sales of the song, because they are on the same exact label, Atlantic Records, and that would only make sense. Now moving on to the next thing that another artist took from another artist, and this kind of relates to the previous one we did because it involves Kodak Black and the freestyle that he did. He says this one line that says, "Told the doctor I'm a healthy kid, I smoke broccoli," and Lil Yachty made a song with DJ Drum where DJ Drum did the hook, and inside the hook he says broccoli as a slang, and Kodak Black is kind of claiming that DJ Drum kind of took the slang from him, and Kodak Black was kind of mad at Lil Yachty even though Lil Yachty didn't even like say the hook of the song and he was just a feature on it. But I kind of think that this is like a really popular slang, and I don't think Kodak Black should really get mad over something this simple. And Lil Yachty tried to like stay away from all the beef.
Man, what? Broccoli, man. Know what I'm saying? You niggas don't smoke no broccoli. You know what I'm saying? Look, man. You know what? For now on, man, I don't smoke broccoli no more, man. I smoke cantaloupe.
I'm a healthy kid. I smoke broccoli. I showed all my respect.
That's the end of the video. Hope you guys did enjoy. Be sure to leave a like if you guys didn't already. And I usually do like 7 spots, but today I only did 5 because this video is quite long by itself. Because if I did like 10 spots, this video probably would have been like 20 minutes long, and that's way too long for a video. So I might do a part 2 if you guys really want to, and you guys want more spots. Be sure to comment down below if you guys have any other rappers that stole from another artist, because I might feature you guys in the next video if you guys do use your spot. And I'll throw it over to my homie that is announcing the giveaway that we're doing on this channel, and I'll see you guys later.
Also, if you guys did not know, I'm giving away 2 red iPhones this month. Last month we had an iPad, but this month we decided to have 2 winners. And the rules are really simple to enter. They will be on the screen right now. All you have to do is leave a like, comment down below I subscribed, and actually subscribe too, along with turn on post notifications and watch the whole video, which you have already done if you're seeing this right now. Make sure to subscribe anyways, and see you guys later.
I'm talking to you with a passion. Oh, designer this, designer that, but I'm so casual. Go and try your luck.
you get turned into a statue. Cookies in my leaf, you can smell it in the ash. She said she ain't smoke like this, ain't used to smoking backwoods. I can't